Welcome back. Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Bishop, the Tier 5 British SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Overlord and it's under the command of Marin Chijish. At least I hope I've pronounced his name correctly. Marin Chijish? Chijish. Okay. That's out of the way. The game's already started because it had a very small countdown. Not sure why, but maybe that was something to do with this battle being from quite some time ago. Yes, it's a 2018 replay. At least I think it's 2018. Oh, now why did he do that? He actually fired into the wall of the building and it did absolutely no damage whatsoever. He's got a 4.5-inch howitzer on this Bishop, capable of doing 450 alpha and penetrating 28mm of armor. Okay, first target is an M4. The Bishop's got a really accurate gun, but it needs to be fully dialed in before it can shoot, otherwise you might miss. Now it's a tier 6 game and he's tier 5 Arty, so he should be able to earn quite a lot of XP. Now the Bishop, as you know, is actually based on the Valentine tank and was a hasty design put forward and started in June of 1941. They built 149 of them and they were going to build more, but then they decided to build some US, or get some US Arty. Just killed the Panzer 3K. Yeah, they were going to actually buy the M7 Priest. In fact, they did buy some. But of course they had a bit of a problem, and the problem was that the M7 actually uses a 105mm gun, and the British didn't tend to use 105mm artillery. They used 25-pounder artillery, and as a consequence of that, none of the British shells would match the M7. In fact, they had to buy all their shells from the Americans and have them shipped across the Atlantic, which made them susceptible to the U-boats, the Atlantic War. So the British actually decided in the end, no, we want our own Arty. Oh, we've got a cheeky little Cromwell trying to get in behind us. He's got all the way around the map and he's coming in for the kill. Marin's not going to let that happen. The Bishop is really good at shotgun kills. If you know how to do it, it's lethal for any enemy tank. It just needs that reload. Okay, the AMX has decided to go into the cap because he thinks we won't come around the corner. Well, the M7 Priest, the M7's come around the corner instead, not the Priest. But you can do that, you see. You just need to come around the corner, lock on, and bang, they're dead. Because of course the shell will go straight through the enemy, and with a 450 alpha, it will just make mincemeat of the tank. Hello. Yeah, he's gone as well. It doesn't work, you see. The Bishop is just too powerful an Arty to get in front of shotgun wise. You need to get behind them if you can, and then you can of course hit the weak spot, which is that engine cover. Okay, another one's gone. So that's 5 kills now for Marin. There's still one enemy behind the house, and he's decided to go down to the beach. It's a Crusader. Back then that was a medium tank. Of course now it's been made a light tank in the British tech tree. Now he can't shoot it in below the ridge line, but now he can. And there you go. It is so lethal. That is a Top Gun, but he's getting fired from a Type 64. Can't see the Type 64, but somewhere over there. There's only 2 left on his team, the SU-100 and Marin. Everyone else has been wiped out, so he's basically, it's a bit of an arse for them to kill all 5, but he'll do his best. It looks like the SU-100's about to die. T-67's got behind him. Oh, we took another round from the Type 64, and we can see him now. And there goes the T-67, who didn't move after he dispatched the SU-100. In fact, it wasn't him, it was the Gorilla. And unfortunately, the Type finally did get us in the end. So a very brief battle, but a very fierce reply by Marin Chijish in holding the cap area. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Here's the end of battle results, and just look at that. It's an ace tanker for Marin Cijej in the Bishop. He also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 8 in total, and he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he ended up with 7 after he killed a T-67, but sadly he wasn't able to stop that Type 64 putting another round into him and finishing him off. But what a fight, and he really didn't have to move that far away from where he spawned. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he got the highest damage on his team in that game. In fact, second highest damage overall, because the top scorer was the guy who killed him with 2,165 hit points. The second highest damage went to Marin, who got 1,501. And then the third highest damage was the T-37 on the enemy team with 986. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those with 7. 5 kills for the Type 64, 4 kills for the Gorilla. And when it came to base XP, it was the other team. Yes, the Type 64 managed 1,167, 647 went to the Gorilla, and then 576 went to the T-37. But the next highest damage, next highest base XP after that was Marin, funnily enough, because he had 556. In fact, almost twice as much as the next highest person on his own team. Let's have a look at detail. He fired only 15 rounds, got 9 direct hits and 3 penetrations on the enemy. I think most of those penetrations occurred because he was firing at very short range and it went straight through the armor, no trouble at all. 10 splash on the enemy as well, 1,501 hit points, of which 451 were at more than 300 meters. So at least 2/3 of the damage was done at close range, and only a few shots were done at long range. 4 hits received, all with penetrations, and most of them came from that Type 64 with his 76mm gun. And yes, it went straight through the armor. He knew where to put the shells to get the penetration. He was actually putting them into the casement, I believe, on the Bishop, which is of course the weak spot as well as the engine cover. 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 7 killed, and he got 4 defense points on the cap. On a free-to-play account, he earned 18,130 credits, got 7,715 for his personal missions payout, and 3,300 because he got an epic medal or battle hero medal actually, in a losing or drawn game. 29,145 credits altogether, and after ammunition resupply and repair, he actually took away 23,295 credits profit. He earned 556 base XP, 323 for the Achievements Award, 316 for Personal Missions Payout, and took away 1,195 experience points altogether. So, yes, it was a last stand. In fact, he did not move very far from the cap, as I said, because they were on top of him, because most of his rest of his team were absolutely hopeless. Muppets. They all died very, very quickly and didn't give Marin a chance to prove that he could actually kill the enemy at long range, because they'd all gone before they started getting into the cap area, and he had to fight off the ones in the cap, and whilst he was doing that, the others were all dying off. So there you go. The Bishop is really good at shotguns at close range. Just want to make sure that they don't shoot into your casement or your engine bay, and just keep your front to the enemy. And if they auto-aim onto you, they'll hit the hard point, which of course is the hull of the Valentine. And that 4.5-inch gun will really mess them up. It really does. It's very good. So disappointing that it's a loss, but a good fight by Marin Cijej. Yeah, I think I got it right that time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.